Hi guys, my name is Katie and welcome to this video for preparing you for your interview. Now this video is going to focus on how to spend the night before. Okay, so the night before your interview is sometimes confusing and a difficult time. Now while most people understand that the night before their interview is an essential part of their interview preparation, many of them just don't understand how to use the final night to their advantage. Okay, so whether they are nervous and try to cram too much knowledge in, or are too relaxed and fail to prepare to their fullest ability, this is a huge hurdle for candidates to overcome, and it will make a big difference when it comes to your interview technique. Okay, so in this video, I will give you my top 4 interview preparation tips on how to spend the night before. Okay, so tip 1 is sleep. Now this is a very big key aspect of your interview, and it's relatively obvious, but some people do forget to have a regular good sleep. So like I said, it's extremely obvious but remains our number 1 interview preparation tip. So without the right amount of sleep, you will struggle to impress the interviewers because you won't be given your best performance. So sleep is a vital part of the interview process. So the more rest you get, the more information you can retain, and the better you can convey this information to the employer. So although this might sound superficial, appearance also makes a difference in an interview, and your appearance can be bettered with a good night's sleep. Okay, so if you turn up to the interview with huge bags under your eyes, clearly tired, it will be noticeable to the interviewer and they will likely judge you accordingly. So just bear that in mind when it comes to your interview. Okay, so by all means, conduct your interview preparation as best you can, but don't sacrifice sleep to do so. Okay, so that's tip number 1. So tip 2 is research. So by the time of the night before, you should have spent a great deal of time already going over your answers, your interview questions, and preparing to the fullest for your interview. So now it's time to conduct some thorough research. You might have already done this prior to the interview or the night before, but take it one step further and go out of your way to find as much about the company as possible. So don't just rely on your answers to the interview questions you're likely to expect to get, but also take the time to have a look at the actual company and what they have to offer, their values and motivations, and what your job role will entail, because this will go a long way in showing how well you've prepared for the interview, and it will make a big difference as to whether or not those potential employers will employ you. Okay, so look into any awards that they've won or anything they've been nominated for, and work out how this links or ties in with your own values and motivations. Again, this is great preparation and it shows that you're enthusiastic about the job role you're applying for. Okay, so employers will be flattered by your interest, and this will show that you really care about working for them rather than just wanting money. Okay, so they're not going to employ people who simply want a good salary or you get a good amount of time off. They are looking for employers who show a keen interest in their company. So make sure that you reflect this in your interview. Okay, so tip number 3. So think of questions. So at the end of the interviewer might ask, do you have any questions for me? And this is extremely important in an interview, and they do this for a particular reason. Okay, so a failure to ask questions yourself will show a distinct lack of interest and risk putting the employer off you altogether. So if you don't ask questions, it shows that you're not really interested in the job at all and you haven't taken the time to prepare. So just make sure that you think of a few questions that you can ask the interviewer when it comes to the end of the interview. Okay, so with this in mind, it's vital that you have a selection of 5 to 8 questions that you can fall back on in case any of your initial questions are already covered. So if you only prepare 2 or 3 questions and they're all answered in the interview, you're not going to have any questions to ask yourself. Okay, so come up with about 5 to 8, so that will guarantee that you have a couple of questions to ask yourself. Okay, so don't be afraid of asking bold or leading questions either. So the employer will appreciate your interest. So some good examples of questions that you can ask are as follows. So do you have any concerns over my ability to do this job? So this will give you a chance to ensure and persuade the employers that you are the right person for the job. What opportunities are there for progression within this company? Again, this shows that you are interested in the job role and it shows that you want to progress within that company. Will on-the-job training be provided? Again, it shows that you're willing to train and learn on the job. During my interview preparation, I saw that you were nominated for whatever award it was. This is really impressive to me. Can you tell me more about this? So this shows that you've taken the time to research their company, seen what awards they've been nominated for, and it gives you a bit more insight and clarity over what the company does as a whole. So this is a great question that you could ask. Okay, so tip number 4 is what to wear. Again, this might seem superficial, but the fact is that when it comes to an interview, appearance does matter. So you cannot afford to be scruffy, and in line with this, you cannot afford to be late. So organisation is more than just having your things in the right place at the right time. It's a state of mind. So if you are running around the house looking for the last clean sock, all in a desperate attempt to make it to the interview barely on time, then it stands to reason that you won't be calm or composed during the interview. And remaining calm in an interview is an important aspect of showing a good interview technique. So make sure that you take the time to prepare fully the night before by knowing what you're going to wear. You know how you're going to get there, you know that you're going to get there on time, and you have backup plans in case these fall through. Okay, so in contrast, if you know exactly what you are wearing and whether everything is where you get up in the morning, you won't have to rush and you'll attend the interview in a much clearer state of mind. You'll come across as more confident and stand more chance of getting the job, which initially is what the interview is all about. You want to get that job. Okay, so that's it for this presentation. If you would like to gain 30 days free access to online training, please click the link below this video. If you have any comments or queries, please drop me a message in the comments box below. Please visit our website, www.howtobecome.com. There's a lot more information on interviews and guidance for you to prepare for your interviews. And please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and you will receive regular updates on upcoming videos that we will share with you. Now, the last thing I want to say is good luck with your interview and let me know how you get on. Thank you.